Hey everybody, welcome to another FreshTech video. Today we're talking about something really interesting and something completely new. And we're talking about an announcement that was made at the Bassmaster event recently in Texas, USA. We're talking about displays, alternative options. A lot of you have already heard of the NBT or Next Best Thing, or there's a number of names for it, the Battleship or what have you. Russell Marine Products, they've also got one of these secondary displays. Basically what these screens are big, bright, outdoor waterproof screens. If you look at the Battleship from NBT, you're looking at about $3,999 for a 22-inch unit. And by all means and standards, that's a very reasonable price for a 22-inch screen. But let's get into some details. First of all, let's have a look at the videos that just recently came out. Okay guys, this first video here, this is NBT, this is at the Bassmaster Classic, and just have a look here. This is some really interesting stuff.
Today we're in the Impulse Lithium booth at the Bassmaster Classic. We got the HQ box on one of their boats, and it's a box that allows you to have Humminbird maps, Google Earth, all kinds of other third-party applications. It basically turns your graphs, either your Garmin 8000 series or your MBT graphs, into an Android device. Which gives you Google Play Store, which you can download any app you can ever think of: Facebook, YouTube, Bassmaster, all the apps. And we were just here testing a casting reel app where you can actually cast and see your real analytics on the screen, split screen, with your Google Earth plot.
Okay, this is very interesting. Watch this.
We're going to go back out here, we're going to close this back out, and we're going to be on your Garmin. You're going to click your home on your Garmin, you're going to go to vessel mode, and you're going to go to video. This will bring up your NBT HQ box inside your Garmin or MBT display. So you're going to click that video setup full screen, and that gets us into the full screen of your display. Now, this is all the NBT HQ software here, so you have all the apps that you can get through your Android Play Store, your casting app, your One Boat Network, Lowrance, Google Earth, all that fun stuff.
Okay, so what the guy's saying is you're basically going to have an Android operating system. So it's going to be like a tablet. It's just like a big, bright, waterproof tablet on your boat. And we all know that tablets can also link directly to our units. We use the Lowrance Link app. There is a little bit of a glitchiness there, but is it the absolute end of the world? No, not at all. I mean, you could literally take an old Elite TI5 Lowrance, little 5-inch unit, fit it on your boat somewhere, run it through the Wi-Fi to this unit, and from your 5-inch little unit, you've now got a 22-inch screen. Okay, to me personally, I think 22 inches is like a little bit of a killer. But for all means and purposes, 19 inches, as far as I'm concerned, is as big as anybody ever wants to get on a boat. So me going forward, when I talk now, I'm going to be talking about 19-inch units because that's what we're going to use as our standard here. I think the 19-inch unit from NBT is around $3,000, $2,999 or $3,499, somewhere around there, but it's around $3,000. But the beauty of what this guy's saying here now is you're basically using it like you would a tablet. The Google Earth feature here is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, anywhere where you've got a good cell phone signal, where you've got good reception, you obviously got Google Earth, live that you're going to pick up. The other thing that's really, really nice is for the countries that have got Starlink. Okay, South Africa doesn't have Starlink because of our racist government policies. And then you've literally got internet anywhere on the planet and anywhere in South Africa. I know on my tracker boats, on my autonomous boats, I use dual SIM trackers. Sometimes MTN is better, sometimes Vodacom is better. But Starlink would just be the ideal thing. It just really would be phenomenal. But I'm not going to play to the end of this video. I'm going to put a link in the description below, and you can go and have a look at that. But let's move on to the next video.
brand new product. You guys have asked for it. We listened. Without further ado, here we go. All right, guys, this is the RMP's Flex Connect. This Connect module allows you to be able to connect your Lowrance unit to our Flex 19. Bigger is better. This happens to be a 9-inch Pro unit. The Connect will work with HDS Carbon from 9 and larger, HDS Live 9 and larger, and finally the HDS Pro units, again, 9-inch and larger screens. So full mirroring connectivity here. Take what you got on your smaller screen, get it here to the Flex 19, make it way larger. We're working with Lowrance on this to allow touch control on your 12 and 16 Live and 12 and 16 Pro units. We actually hope to have that unveiled this summer for connectivity, but we've got full mirroring here. Come check us out.
Okay, so what Justin's saying here is right now it's just a mirror when it comes to the Lowrance units. But keep in mind, if you're using the Link app, you are going to have full functionality on the unit with touch. So whatever you can do on the unit, you'll be able to do on one of these big, massive displays. With them, they're obviously using this Interlink box. The box has got an HDMI cable, it's got a power cable, and it's got an Ethernet cable. And that's how they're operating this whole interface. Straight off the bat, right now, you could probably run it just with the Link app, as long as you had some Android operating system running in the background to your display, like a little tablet, you know, underneath the dash, lying there just with power on, connected to a power supply, and you'll have full touch operation directly on the screen. It is a little bit glitchy because of the Wi-Fi, but I think when you're making this kind of saving and you're used to looking at that little 5-inch TI, going up to this big bright 1500 nit 19-inch screen, I don't think you'll really notice that little glitch. Anyway, let's move on to the next video. Again, I'll put a link to this video as well in the description below. Okay, watch this. This is a really good video. Also from Russell Marine Products.
But this is what we unveiled to work with our Lowrance units. So carbon 9s and up. So carbon 9, 12, 16, Lives 9, 12, 16, and then of course our Pro units. But this is the box that we came out with. They are on sale on our website at $499.99, so $500. They'll be shipping May, so you can pre-order these now. They'll be shipping sometime in early May, we think. But I just want to go over the box. Nothing too crazy with this. We've got power here. This is the HDMI cable that runs from the box to the back of our Flex unit. And then this is an Ethernet connection. So Ethernet connection from here to the back of our Lowrance. So basically we're taking that information through Ethernet, converting it over to HDMI so that we can see it on this screen. So now I want to kind of show you the boot up process. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the 16 Pro. And then we'll go ahead and turn power on the Flex 19. And on the box,
Guys, just have a look at the size of that 19-inch screen. That's a 16 in the background there. Okay, it's a little bit of an optical enhancement there, putting the 16 behind the 19. If they were side by side, it wouldn't be so dramatic. But don't take anything away from a 19-inch screen, let me tell you. That's a serious piece of hardware. The rest of this video, again, I'm going to put, you can go and watch it in your own time below. But if you look at that little box for $499, you're looking at $500 there. That's nothing. The cost here is in the screen. So for the 22-inch NBT being $4,000, to anybody $4,000 is still a big chunk of change. But the minute you come back to the 19-inch unit, you're looking around that $3,000. But guys, I want to show you something that I found on the internet. Okay, this is obviously a Chinese company here. Very crude looking device, but guys, it's IP65 waterproof. I saw there is an option to make to go IP67, which means you can literally submerge the unit. Just keep in mind, your current units, you can't submerge them. I'm not too sure what the IP rating is on our current Lowrance, Garmin, and Humminbird units. But this unit here, the brightness on these displays is 1500 to 1600. That's basically exactly what we're getting out of our current Garmins and Lowrances and what have you. You know, we're getting these nice bright screens. You know, from a screen perspective, these things, you know, they say, do you want to buy 100? You know, ready to go. You know, you put that on your boat, as you see there in this image here, and you're going to go, oh, that's not very pretty. Hey, get some stickers, put a wrap on it, you know, customize it. Yeah, it does look a little bit nasty, but I'm sure with a little bit of creativity, you could really make that look smart. But let's see what we're in, because remember, we were, for a 22-inch unit, we were in for $4,000. For the 19-inch unit, we were around $3,500. Let's see what these units go for in China. Right, so there they are there. It's a 19-inch display, 1280 by 1024. That's what we... Yeah, that's very high resolution, 1500 nits, super bright, and the prices are between $260 to $400. So in this case, let's go with the $400 version for a 19-inch screen. Not so bad, not so bad. Another one that I had a look at here. This is the full IP67 waterproof unit. This is also a 1500 nit or candela per square meter. Unbelievable units. These ones bounce all the way up to $800. Okay, I'm going to say that again. A fully waterproof screen. I've got the 19, it goes up to $800. And these screens, you have options up to 19. So I'm going to take it as a guess here. A 19-inch screen with a 1920 by 1080 display. That'll probably be at the high end of this price range here. You're looking at $800. Now, if you had to go online and buy one of these units right now, yes, we're going to, especially in the States, you're going to have your tariffs, you know, that have recently come in. Good or bad thing, that's just a political view. I think long term it's an investment. But once this has landed in your country, wherever you are in the world, and you've paid your VAT and your shipping and all that type of thing, at a 19-inch screen, you are still well under that $3,000 mark. That I can guarantee you 100%. So what can you do with one of these screens? Well, first of all, just straight off the bat, if you ordered one today and it arrived in a week's time or whatever, and it's got an Android operating system on it, straight away, you've got all those functionalities that you've got on your tablet or your phone. That's going to be all your LakeMaster mapping, all your online CMAP mapping, all your Navionics mapping. And guys, this Google Earth, you're going to have live Google Earth. Okay, it's going to need, you know, you're going to need quite a good link from an internet perspective. So you're going to need a good internet connection. But this is it. This is the beginning. The question is here, before I go, is how is this going to impact the current marine industry? Does this mean nobody's going to buy Lowrances anymore? No one's going to buy Garmins anymore? No one's going to buy Humminbirds anymore? No, not at all. That's not what this is all about. What is going to happen though is people are going to go and buy their unit of choice, and then their second display, they're going to fit a second display on their boat, and it's probably going to be one of these. And let's call it $1,500. Let's say for $1,500, you have it landed, or $2,000 even. Let's call it $2,000. It's on your boat. It's shipped. You've paid your VAT, you've paid your taxes, whatever, and you're good to go. That is absolutely amazing. In South Africa at the moment, if I take $2,000, looking at under 40 grand for about 30-something thousand rand, you've got yourself a 19-inch display, super bright 19-inch display. Yeah, as far as the mapping goes, which is obviously where it falls into the whole FishTech realm, there's lots of software versions out there. There's Avenza, where you can submit your charts to, and that's an online mapping service through Android. Mirror that onto your display. So any charts that you can buy online, or custom charts that you can upload to an encrypted service provider like Avenza, there you go. You're 90% there. Enhancements going forward. What about your GPS? What about your heading sensors? All that type of thing. You're now going down a path where anything is possible. I mean, you can buy components for $20, $30, and you've got a GPS, a 3 satellite system, just absolutely unbelievable connectivity. You can put RTK on your boat with an online correction service, so you've got centimeter accuracy on your boat. The heading, these digital compasses, although if you've got, there's all these services and tools out there available. If you're using a flexible operating system, I mean, you can have a system on board that's running Windows 11. You could run Windows 11, you could run Android, you could run, who knows, you can run multiple operating systems. Connect it to your Lowrance unit through the app, connect it through the HDMI. It's just option after option after option. So guys, I think it's very exciting times. I think we're going to see a lot of people getting into this market. And I think we're going to see a lot of people like NBT, Russell Marine Products. I foresee, especially with their little interface box. It's a very interesting little interface box that they're running there, which I presume is just, at the moment, is just an Android system. But literally, once you've got a box like that today, you can put anything in there. You can run a Raspberry Pi in there. You can flash it with Windows 11. You can do anything. The world is essentially your oyster. And I think we're going to see more and more people getting into this type of industry. And I think the prices will come down dramatically. Obviously, NBT was the pioneer in this whole field. Now Russell Marine Products is catching up, and I think we can see a lot more of these guys starting very, very soon. And guys, for you and me, the anglers, this is great news. This is absolutely great news. So right, let's see what gets revealed at ICOS 2025, which is just around the corner. That's going to be an interesting one. Guys, thanks for watching. And like I said, there'll be some links to these videos in the bottom. Please subscribe to my channel. I never say that in any of my videos. I think it's the first time I've said it in years. But please subscribe and like and share and all that type of thing. I see everybody pushes that. I don't know why I haven't been doing that. But thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys in the next FishTech video.